representatives. We are joined by representatives from our leading companies in the R&D and manufacturing industry. So, yeah, okay, let's start with Melissa from Universal Robina Corporation. Good morning, Melissa, and I hope you can introduce yourself and tell us about Universal Robina Corporation.
Hi, Johan. Thanks for having me as well this morning. And welcome as well, and good morning to everyone who's here with us in the call today. I'm Melissa. I'm part of the recruitment team here in Universal Robina Corporation. And I think you're all familiar naman with the company that I'm representing today. We are one of the leading food and beverage manufacturing companies in the Philippines, with well-known brands such as Jack and Jill, C2, Great Taste, along with our other joint ventures such as Nissin's, Vitasoy, and Danone, or the blue flavored water. So I think, I'm quite excited to share our insights along with Alisa of Gardenia today. Thanks, Johan.
Thanks, Melissa. Yes, we're really happy to have both like really huge R&D and manufacturing companies that are well known nationwide. All of our products, I'm sure you know about, and we're consuming it, if not every day. So we're really happy to be joined by URC. And now let's hear it from Gardenia, Bakeries, Philippines. Alyssa, hope you can introduce yourself and Gardenia.
Okay, so good morning, everyone. I am Alisa, part of the talent acquisition team of Gardenia Bakeries Philippines Incorporated. So thank you so much, Johan, for having us. And hi, Ms. Melissa. So we all know Gardenia Bakeries Philippines Incorporated is a largest bread manufacturing company in the country, and we are producing breads in a state-of-the-art, fully automated and well-sanitized bread manufacturing facility, and utilizes premium and finest ingredients to produce world-class quality bakery products, including loaves, buns, snacks, cakes, and toast.
Thank you so much, Alyssa. Okay, so now the intros are over. We'll now proceed to the fun part. So we have some questions for you that are sent in advance by some of the students and grads that are interested in joining the industry. But for any of our attendees today, if you have any questions as well, feel free to add them in the chat function or in the Q&A function of the webinar. And if we have time, we'll be able to answer it. If not, then feel free to jump into their virtual booths. They will be live from earlier 9 o'clock until 2 o'clock p.m. And then you will be able to learn more about them, their programs, and how you'll be able to join them. So yes, we can start with the first question. I'd like to start with Alyssa now. What do you think is the most important piece of advice that you can give to students aspiring to work for an organization within this sector?
Okay, so the advice that I will give to the applicants aspiring to work in an organization like Gardenia is to be prepared. Research about the position and the company you want to be in, and just be yourself and be honest with your experiences, and you have to enjoy the whole process.
Thank you so much, Alisa. Yeah, so guys, you already have your first tip, be prepared and just be yourself. How about Melissa? What do you think would be the best advice that we can give for students aspiring to work in your industry?
I agree completely with Alisa. Do your research, not only about the company, but also about the position that you are applying for. When it comes to creating your resumes, keep it concise and keep it very accurate as much as possible. I think Alisa can share the sentiments with me that when we say that we go through literally hundreds of resumes a day. So really, you have to catch us at the first glance. And the best way to do that is, make it, for your positions, big and bold. Do a very concise a breakdown or bullet point of what you were doing or your achievements. Don't give us 4-page resumes because it's gonna get lost. We won't have enough attention to go through everything. So keep also your resume very concise. Siguro, what I could also recommend is when you do apply, make sure, like when you send me an email, don't say that you're applying for any position available at that time. I want candidates who have an idea of where they want to be, of what they want to, achieve in the next few years. So as much as we understand, I also understand I was once a job seeker back then. And of course, we want to get our foot in that door, as much as possible or in any way possible. But you have to have some clarity, give us some direction as well, where you want to be. So we could also help you and assess where your skills would be better fit. So when you do send your applications, along with your very concise CV, I hope you could at least show, I'm interested in the fields of HR, I'm interested in the field of engineering. So, we have an automatic grasp of where we could direct you, not yung, okay, you're giving us a very blank slate. I don't know where to put you. You might not be interested if I put you in this department, and then it's not going to work out for either of us in the end. So I think that's my advice for them.
Thank you so much for that, Melissa. Lots of tips that you're able to get from those answers. So just wanted to recap, you have to be concise with the CV, and you have to also let them know in the shortest way possible which position you're interested in, because they have been doing a lot, or they have been looking for a lot of resumes in a day, and you really just want to stand out. And another tip, a 4-page resume won't help you stand out. So yeah, thank you so much, Melissa and Alyssa. We have a good name rhyme going on here with Melissa and Alyssa in this session. So yeah, another question that we have from the students is that, what is your organization looking for in an application? And what do students need to show to progress into the next round? So you mentioned you have to keep it short, and you have to let you know what they're interested in, but what basically it is that you're looking for them to progress to the next round. So let's start this time with Melissa.
All right. Thanks for that question, Johan. I think for early career starters, or anyone who wants to go into URC, we're looking, number one, I'm speaking for early career starters because I know you guys don't have experience yet. So I can't say I'm looking for experience. So if you're a fresh graduate, and you want to get into URC, it's quite cliche, but we really do look for people with leadership roles, because we really groom everyone in the company to be future leaders of the company. So if you have, good leadership positions, and if you have good academic standing, then that's a very high advantage. But it doesn't mean that if you don't have those, we won't get you. If we feel by any means that your resume is quite outstanding in some other way, and we do invite you for an interview, number one, we look at confidence. You have to be a confident candidate. You have to be able to tell us about yourself, your achievements, why you want to be a part of the organization. Make it a very two-way conversation. Because I have interviewed some students, and I understand you're quite shy, or you're quite intimidated at first, because it's your first time to job seek and things like that. But you have to talk to us. Hindi yung we ask the question and then you just yes. So hindi pwedeng ganon. So you have to keep it fluid. You have to expound. Basically, you have to sell yourself. No, why should I get you if I have 10 other applicants waiting also for that position? So you have to be confident. Be yourself. Because it's quite hard if you tend to make up things, or if you tend to not be what you're saying you are. When you come in the company, kayo din yung mahihirapan because you won't be able to adjust well. So, as much as possible, really just be yourself, because we want to be the best match for each other, and not only a one-way matchmaking. But yeah, we want it to be a mutual exchange, in terms of benefits, opportunities for one another, and things like that.
Thank you so much for that. Yes, thanks so much for that, Melissa. How about Alyssa from Gardenia?
Okay, so For an applicant, what we are looking for is someone who shows that they like the role that they are applying for, someone who shows interest, that they want to be part of the organization, and also the candidate that has the same core values as our company. So someone who is customer driven, always put the customer first, innovative, constantly initiate change and encourage creativity, values teamwork and professionalism, looks at the company as one team working together professionally, has integrity, upholds honesty and objectivity, excellence, relentlessly pursue continuous improvement, and aim for the highest standard in work, and also stewardship or malasaki. Treat the company's resources as pride as if they are their own. That's what we look for in an applicant.
Thank you so much, Alyssa. Yeah, so we got really good answers, and I think what stood out the most in those answers are not basically they're going to look for the academic side of the resume, but what really stands out, or what they're looking for you to progress to the next level, is the interpersonal skills, your confidence, your malasakit. They will look into the background, the degree, all the technical stuff, but what's gonna be highlighted talaga to progress to the next level is your personality. If you love doing it, if you have interest in what you're applying for. So yeah, really, really great insights right there. So okay, the conversation is just really getting more interesting, no? So the next question from one of our students is, for students who land a job with you, what advice would you give to help them survive and thrive in their first year? So that's the first one. And the follow-up question is, what do you think they shouldn't be doing? So let's start with Alyssa naman.
Okay, so Johan, thank you for the question. So a piece of advice that I can give for the students to survive and thrive for their first year in a company is to be open for new learnings and share their experiences. For them to thrive, syempre, they have to consider new learnings, expect challenges, etc. And what they shouldn't do is to compare themselves to others. Each has their own way of learning and coping kasi with being in a company for the first year. So they have to be easy to themselves and just go with the flow.
Thank you so much, Alyssa. How about Universal Robina, Alyssa?
All right, thanks for that. And I completely agree with Alisa. No? Don't compare yourself with others because each of you enter the company in a different role or at a different level. So it's completely unfair for you. And you'll take it, personally as well. It'll affect your mental well-being. So don't compare yourself with anyone. The fact that you made it in the company means a big thing, and that we believe in you and that we saw something in you. For those who do get into URC, and I think it would be similar to Gardenia or any manufacturing company in general, specifically for food, for your first year, I think you should really be ready for a very fast-paced work environment. If you belong to any FMCG, you have to be ready to really work because a typical day is not just sitting on your desk from 9 to 6. No? It's really going around, meeting people, having meetings. And if you're the type of people who enjoy that type of atmosphere, yung medyo busybodies talaga kayo, then you're a good fit for the FMCG company. So specifically for URC, if you do get in, and in your first year, my first advice would be don't count the workload. I mean, to some extent, no, because of course we do have work-life balance issues naman. But as fresh graduates, your main motivation should be at this point really gaining experience. No, we do understand, of course, that of course, compensation and benefits and other factors and other items are factors in terms of employment. But I think as early as now, you really should just open your minds. Take all the work that you can get, because from all the work that you get, you will also learn something from that. And I don't think I lie when I say that everything happens talaga for a reason. So you can be assigned a project, you have no idea about it, you learn about it, and then a few years down the road, either with the same company or a different company, you get to apply whatever you learn in that specific project or in that specific field. So really be open, or take in as much as you can be a sponge, and then just be ready, no, to really work, because it's a big shift, no, for students once you go into the corporate world. Medyo iba talaga ang working environment from studies to working. So there's quite a bit of adjustment there. No doubt that you guys will be able to do it, but just be ready, no? Mentally prepare yourself that, okay, tatrabaho na ako, no, come 2021. So I think that's the advice I could share to them for URC.
Thank you so much, Melissa. So just wanted to highlight again the key takeaways that I got. And if you have other key takeaways from my key takeaways, feel free to add it in the chat box so that everyone can also learn from it. So my key takeaways is, first, be a sponge. Be open to learning. Specifically for this industry of R&D and manufacturing, it's going to be a fast-paced environment, and that can be a pro and or a con for you. But look at it as a pro, because like an early age in your career life, you can get to learn a lot of things. And don't compare yourself to others. Don't be too hard on yourself. It's all about learning in this industry. You're going to be exposed to a lot of different avenues. So yeah, that's what I got from Melissa and Alyssa. But if you have anything, then feel free to add it into the chat box for all of our attendees also to learn about it. Okay, so in one sentence, in your final words, why should graduates and students apply with your organization? So let's start with Melissa.
All right, such pressure, no, in one sentence. I think, if you're the type who really loves challenges and who really likes doing new things every day, then you definitely should apply for URC. Just to share, no, in the past 6 or 7 years that I've been working already, this is the place that I felt that I really grew the most in terms, not only professionally but also personally, as as an individual. They got me. I had no prior experience in recruitment, but they had that trust. They gave that to me. So definitely in terms of career development, specifically in HR, they gave that to me. And personally as well, no, I got to adjust in terms of working with different people in a different environment, in a different industry. So if you're really that type of person who wants to grow as much as possible and who loves eating, then you should definitely apply to URC. Very supportive naman ang environment namin dito. Family oriented. I think it's a local company thing. I would like to say same siguro for Gardenia, but local companies tend to have that Filipino family orientedness. So we're very much family like here as well in URC.
Thank you so much, Melissa. And any other things that you'd like to add for them to join or visit your booth after this session?
Yes, we're actually having an ongoing session right now. No, so I see it as a chat box. Some of you are asking if we have job opportunities or whatnot. We're actually launching our management trainee this August. Actually, the onboarding is by August. No, so we're having the screenings. The call for applications will already start by April. So if you want to learn more about what the screening process is like, what's in store for you if ever you get into the program, feel free to jump into our booth. It's supposed to happen until 11 o'clock today. And for the remainder of the day, we do have some experience sharing as well from our previous and current management trainees. So you get to learn what they went through, what they're going through, and if they have other advice as well to give for aspiring management trainees in the company.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Melissa. Okay, let's go with Alyssa with what or why should students apply with your organization and what's in store for them when they join your virtual booth?
Okay, so I agree with Miss Melissa when it comes to being a family-oriented type of company. So, Gardenia, we take care of our employees and we let them grow within the organization and let them enjoy the work-life balance that they deserve. So, here in Gardenia, that's what we can offer, a work-life balance, and you can grow within our industry. So, if I may, I just share as well. Before entering Gardenia, I am from an RPO type of company, and what I really enjoyed here in Gardenia is the environment. I really enjoyed that all of the employees treat you as their family and not just an employee, unlike other industry. So in Gardenia, you can experience those things, and also if you are uh, fond of eating breads, you can I can assure you that you will love here in Gardenia because we offer a lot of benefits as well that you can enjoy. And for what to look forward or what to expect in our booth, you can learn more about our openings, and also you can chat with us.
Thank you so much, Alyssa. So yes, I think we had a really great session, and thank you so much, Melissa and Alyssa, for joining us today, and for all of our attendees who are eager to work in your industry.